Alright, it's time for us to enter Demise's realm. Master Link, I have important information for you. Once you enter this portal, my analysis indicates a 0% chance that you will be able to return unless you are able to vanquish your foe. Are you ready to proceed? Yep. Understood, Master Link. Know that even in this place that lies beyond this portal, I will be with you. And Master, good luck.
Link is angry.
Wouldn't you be?
Yes, I would. What?
So you've decided to meet your end in battle after all. It pleases me greatly to see such a misplaced valor, human. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings, for what we stand shall serve as your tomb for eternity.
Does he have a tail? Oh wait, no, this is hair.
The hate for the gods that has boiled in my veins. You will taste a lot of it in the bite of my blade. The only question left is how long you will manage to remain standing before I take your life. Try to keep it interesting for me, would you? And when you do fall, know that your world and everything in mine to dominate, mine to subjugate, mine to rule. When I finish with you, you can take solace in knowing your friends and kin will soon follow, as I wipe all of who oppose me from the face of this world.
I like that sky better. But only on Tuesdays.
It won't be long now. At last, the almighty power I've sought for millennia. I will take the Triforce for my own. And the world shall be under my foot for eternity.
He has a really cool scar on his forehead.
It's his weak point, I'm sure. Alright guys, it's Demise, the final boss in the game. Just a heads up for you guys, I want to give you a warning that I have failed against this boss pretty badly so far.
You didn't fail, you just...
Alright, so, as you can tell, Fi is giving me her...
pointers.
Giving me pointers for Demise. Well, this is because I've had several, both recording fails and battle performance fails against Demise. It's a really hard thing to get into, and I'm not sure which attempt I will be showing in the final cut of this episode, but in case it is this one, I will be commentating. Now, the trick with his first phase, there are two that I've gotten through so far, is that basically you want to shield bash and then use your sword in a combo. If you can shield bash multiple attacks and attack him successfully, he'll get stunned like this, which will allow you to get multiple hits on him much easier. Or you can do it slow and the old-fashioned way by doing shield bash and one hit. Slowly, if that's easier for you, but maybe... okay, I am failing with the commentary. Just do what's best for you, whether you want to go for his stun or just attack him one at a time. It's up to you. I personally prefer going for the stun if possible. Come on, Demise. Gotcha. In this phase, he will summon lightning to his sword, similar to a Skyward strike for you. Now, when his sword is electrically charged, it does 2 hearts of damage, and he'll occasionally do a Skyward strike-like attack, such as that. When he does that, it'll also take 2 hearts of damage. The best way to attack him is by charging your sword with electricity. But if he has electricity in his sword while you're charging, he will send an electricity beam to attack you, and it will almost always work. Or he will charge at you, and when he does not have electricity in his sword, and it will make it very difficult to charge up the power in your sword. But when you can charge up your sword with electricity and get a hit off on him, he will get stunned. Electricity, please. Alright, see, it nullified. See, he'll charge you like that, and it's very difficult to avoid. Fatal blow! Ah! Fatal blow, take two! Booyah! Extraordinary. You stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I've ever known, though this is not the end. My hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle of no end. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, dooming them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time. So I guess that means Ganondorf. I mean, they do have similar hair color.
I was going to say they have similar attributes. Only Ganon's not as buff and feathery and on fire.
They're not feathers, they're scales.
Feathery scales.
So I guess he's absorbing Demise's power or something. I have confirmed the eradication of the Demon King. His residual consciousness has been absorbed into the Master Sword, and is now sealed away.
That's why when you unseal the Master Sword, it unleashes the evil in the later games.
Possibly.
Possibly, yeah. That's just how I think of it.
You have done well, Link. Link, thank you. I think it's over. Finally, it's all over.
Oh no, she's crying.
Nice going, you two. You guys were totally amazing in this little adventure. I like to call the Legend of Groose. That's a little joke. The Legend of Groose. Make that game, Nintendo!
I wonder if he shows up in later games or something.
Joke or not, your contributions to our efforts were heroic. You have my thanks. Oh, well, you know, just glad I could make myself useful. I'm happy things turned out okay. Hey, so things look pretty sun up here. What do you say, guys? Ready to head back up to our town? Or our time? Granny was really worried about you two. We don't want to keep the old girl in suspense too long. Hylia, your grace. Or perhaps you prefer Zelda. It pleases me to know you are safe. Master, I must speak with you. Master Link, you have successfully protected the goddess reborn and defeated Demise, fulfilling your role as the hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. Therefore, I ask you to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. Drive the sword into the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword to enter sleep without end. Master, you have achieved the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Please set the sword in the pedestal and bring the goddess's mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. Link. Link, hear me. My purpose was to obey the command of the goddess and lead you, the chosen hero of this island, or this land, on your quest. When I first awoke and began this task, I perceived it as merely serving my function as a servant to her grace. However, I have come to consider information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit, Link. But now at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe this feeling correlates closest to what your people call happiness. Our partnership is at an end, and even as we speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter the sleep that calls me to the sword, I wish to relay to you words that I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many have said them to you thus far, but now I wish to say them for myself. Thank you, Master Link. May we meet again in another life. What, Impa? Why? Come with us. Zelda, your grace, you possess the memories of the goddess. You must understand why that is not possible. I'm a being of this age. My place is here. I know that, but... You must return to your own time. I'll take care of the gate once you have passed through. I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. Please, Impa, come back with us. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the Gate of Time. I did so to protect you and aid the fight to prevent the world's destruction. The last remnants of Demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Someone must stay behind to watch over this blade. His spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten the world again. This is the nature of the task given to my tribe. As a member of the Sheikah, the goddess's chosen guardians, I gladly welcome this duty. Zelda, I shall watch over the Triforce. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. Dependence on its might is an invitation to disaster. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lie dormant once again, the knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words the goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well, as do you, I'm sure. Do not despair, Zelda. You and I will surely meet again someday. That's Sheikah! Or Impa, the Sheikah!
Yeah, if one of your commentators didn't already ruin it for me. No, yeah, that's her. Her hair got longer, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. See?
Considering it's been wrapped around her head.
I told you we'd meet again. Poor Groose and all of them. Impa, thank you. Thank you for everything.
That moment reminded me of the dog from the Odyssey. Once Odysseus returned home, the dog was like 20 years old. It sat in his lap and then died. Basically, she stayed alive to see them again, then died. Yep.
I won't be adding that in.
No, don't. It's very depressing. I was just saying that to you. I didn't want it to be added in.
Well, that's The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, guys. It's been a long project. Right now, I am recording this on February 24th, 2012. It's late / early in the evening. I have been recording for a long time today to get this project done.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell me what you thought of the project, guys. Did you like it, or did you think it was bleh, bleh? Also, one thing that I'm really curious about you guys, as far as what you want me to do you ever want to see me do a proper LP of this game? What I mean by proper LP of this game is that, as many of you know, my usual preference when LPing is to do highly informative LPs of the game. I've done this for every game that I've ever LP'd, with the exception of Resident Evil 4 and this game.
This shows Zelda's side, basically.
Yeah, that is cool. I didn't notice that.
Oh, cool. It's gonna show Impa. Or not. Did she kill all these people? Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, she just killed all of them for her.
Anyway, would you guys ever want to see me do a proper LP of this game? Where I do things right, do things properly, and make it a very well orchestrated LP. I can understand that you would not want me to do it immediately after this project, because we just did this project. But if you would ever like to see me do a proper LP of this game, please let me know. As for my thoughts on this game, I thought it was a very good game. It was really, really fun. Really challenging at times. But there were a lot of quirks with this game that I did not like that were not in previous Zelda games. I don't know if I'll ever be making a review of this game, but if I do, you'll definitely see them there. As for how it places on my rank of favorite Zelda games, my favorite game is still The Wind Waker, followed by Ocarina of Time, and then probably this game. Although Majora's Mask comes very close. I've never beaten or played Twilight Princess, which I definitely will be doing now that I own the game. I bought it several months ago. But I haven't played it because I have been playing this, obviously. So yeah. Tell me, guys, what do you think of this game? Is it your favorite Zelda game in the series, or is it kind of your not-so-much favorite game in the series? For veterans of the series, I hear that it is one of their moderate favorite games in the series, and what I mean by that is that it's like, it doesn't place too high on their favorites list, but for newcomers, I hear it's one of their favorites in the series.
That's probably me. I'm probably be considered a newcomer. I like this game and Wind Waker just mostly because of the graphics.
The thing that I didn't like most about this game wasn't like the gameplay or anything like that. It was the story. It's like there is a story there, but you don't see most of it until the last half of the game. You don't like... I don't know how to explain it. It just... There's not a lot to the story until you're already so far in the game that you're like, where is the story? And when the story does take place, it's not something that's like, I'm dying to know more. It's just a story. I don't know. The story didn't win me over as much, but I still like the game a lot.
Did the stuff get all returned back to past time?
No, it didn't get restored to how it was in the past, as far as I know.
because the ship had water all around it and stuff. Oh yeah, still pretty.
Because there was a time shift stolen there.
I wish they did though. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, I remember when I first beat the Wind Waker. One thing that I was curious about is when you go back to ancient Hyrule, I was like, I had previously beaten Ocarina of Time. I was like, why didn't they have you go back and replay like the Shadow Temple or the Forest Temple and things like that while you were underwater? Well, in ancient Hyrule, and it's kind of like what they could have done here, like. They could have restored everything to how it was in the past, but they chose not to.
Some of the stuff in the past makes it to where you can't progress, but it's only through certain dungeons, and after you've done that in those dungeons, you're fine.
Yeah. There you are, Shigeru Miyamoto, creator of the Zelda series, Mario series, and many other games that many people adore.
But,
Good job, Nintendo!
R.
Nintendo
R circle. Oh. There's Groose's bird.
No, it's Zelda's bird.
No, I said, where is Groose's bird? Oh, there it is. The gray one.
Look around us. As a child, I always dreamed of a world below. I wanted to see the surface with my own eyes, and feel the land's warm breeze on my skin. I think I want to live here. I always want to feel solid ground beneath my feet, see the clouds above my head, and watch over the Triforce. What about you, Link? What will you do now?
I thought the Loftwings never went below the clouds.
Well, now that the clouds have basically parted, they can come whenever they want.
Oh.
But they didn't ride back on their Loftwings, which means Link chose to stay with Zelda, as I figured he would have.
That's cool.
You can play again in hero mode using this save data. Do you want to continue? Yes. Your progress up to this point will be deleted. Are you sure you want to play hero mode? Yep. For those of you who don't know, I'm not sure if this will take me back to the title screen or not. It will. Hero mode is basically the exact same game. It's similar to Ocarina of Time's Master Quest, although not as involved. Basically, enemies will do double health damage to you. Double damage to you. It will make hearts more difficult to find. And since everything does more damage, it basically makes the game effectively twice as hard. Although the puzzles are not different, and enemy placement is the same, unlike in Master Quest where almost everything was changed. Hero mode is basically the same game, you just get double damage. So there's really no added benefit to this, except every treasure that you've collected that you use to upgrade items, and I believe bugs as well, carries over into your next adventure, which makes your repeat playthroughs easier to upgrade items, although it makes it more difficult to play itself. So for those of you who want a challenge, I recommend doing hero mode. That way you get a lot more bang for your buck. Anyway guys, that's all there is for this LP. And I guess I will see you in my next project, whatever that may be. This is TheBladeGamer, and
The Rubber Mushroom.
see you next time.